So I've put myself out there. I said I'm going to go through this dating thing, and I created a Match.com profile that I'm going to take you through in just a few minutes because it's a lot harder than you think. Are you in or out? This is going to take so much effort. But as we've said before, they're not going to come knocking on your door. So let's get going. I just want to talk about a couple of dating experiences I've had on Match.com in the past. One of them was with a motorcyclist. He was a very handsome man and looked like he went a lot of really cool places on a motorcycle. I like to ride motorcycles. It's something you don't think about when you're confronted with not having a helmet and riding, or having a helmet and riding with somebody that you don't know. I'd strongly recommend having a helmet. So you need one because nobody's going to keep a helmet around for you. They might be from his ex. Dating this motorcyclist, we could talk about things. We had some background professional experiences that overlapped and other things, but really he just wanted to spend all his time on his motorcycle, and I didn't even have a helmet. I know now I need to buy myself a helmet just in case that comes up again and I want to spend some more time with him. But that's an indication of how much he really wants a partner too. Or the second Match experience that I had many years ago. He was a local man, and we had the shared experience of being around Durango since the 80s. And in Durango in the 80s, it was pretty much the wild, wild west. I mean, it was pretty crazy how people just got along and the things they did. It was a hippie community. Anyway, he kind of stayed in that mentality. He was the same person that he was in the 1980s. And he was still doing the same things. He was still just basically a local band follower. And he just spent a lot of time going to the various venues in town and seeing old bands. That's fun every once in a while, but not a regular steady diet of every week for me. I've had a couple of other Match experiences. One, we were talking pretty regularly until he read my book. This is my book, Coach Life. It's some stories about when I was traveling and living in a motorhome by myself, and it just gives you some fun little stories and laughs about the silly things that I didn't know or did during that time. Well, he read that book. It's very safe. There's no true stories like the one about my third husband. None of that. It's very safe. I knew lots of people were going to be reading it, and I didn't want to offend anybody. Anyway, I digress. He read that book, and I never heard from him again. I don't know. Maybe it was something maybe it was a value. Maybe it was the way I looked at things. I don't know, but he was gone. Oh, yeah. And then there was this guy on Match that I saw and I recognized as a local single guy. I saw him around town at various restaurants and different events, and I knew who he was. And I wanted to go out with him, but not for personal reasons. I just wanted to get to know him a little more because he had this suave, sophisticated reputation. Until one night I saw him at the bar with another woman. Fine, no problem. And I watched his hand move down to his toes, I think he was wearing some kind of flip-flops. And he started picking at his toenails during his date. What a turnoff. At a restaurant. Just sitting there under the bar, getting it on. So, there is an assortment out there I'm going to take you back to the office now, and we're going to go to the screenshots that I've taken about Match.com so you have a little more idea of what's in there. So let's go back and look at my profile that I've started and give you a heads up of what you need to know and what you need to collect before you get on Match.com. Okay, so I'm going to set up a profile for you. This is what you get when you first log into Match.com. Who are you interested in? I am a woman seeking a man. Ooh, what's this? More options. More options. Okay, and I'm going to say I'm okay with a little younger. I'm going to say 55 to 80. And my zip code. When's your birthday? What's your first name? Let's call me Lexi Lou. How did I hear about it? Okay, here we go. More questions for you. How tall are you? I am 5'8.5". I'll put it right there. How would you describe your body type? I do have a few extra pounds for me, but I'm kind of average. Have you ever been married? Yes. Do you have kids? Yes, they don't live with me. Do you want kids? No. See, some of these don't even apply to us. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Your ethnicity? All right, this is where it gets tricky because you select up to 8. Now look at this. Nightclubs, coffee, plant-based foods. Well, I could do one, maybe not nightclubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my 8 would be done there. And then you have to add the rest of these. So you have to kind of limit yourself a lot. I'm going to say discovering restaurants and cooking there. I already used up 2 of them. Now look at what else you have here. Intellectual stimulation, book clubs, microscopy. Who has that as a hobby? Historical reenactment, rocketry. I don't think they've updated this in a while. Fun and games. Okay, then you have all these games. Then you have healthy lifestyle, spirituality, walking, juicing, and it kind of gives you an idea. It's not really made for our age group, okay? Adventure. Now, here's a whole bunch of things. I can only include one again. Spending time in nature. So I'm kind of picking the basic ones. Exploring new areas. Here's creative outlets. Knitting, fashion, car restoration, DIY. DIY what? That could be anything. I'll put that down. See, you can make it very vague. Makeup, collectibles, social values. Here's your social values. What do you want to promote? Volunteering. I'm really being very sparse with these. Arts and culture. I like comedy. But if I put down dancing, then that's the end of it. And I still have film and TV, sports and activities. So I have 2 more and I have 1 more choice. It's really hard to do this because I have so many other partial choices. Yacht racing. I should just put that in there and see what happens. Okay, cinematography, romance movies, comedy movies, performing arts. Okay. So now I have my 8. They're pretty generic. Would you date someone with kids? No preference. Yes, if they live away from home. No, my partner does not want kids. I don't know yet. The best connections start with being vulnerable with what makes you you. This is where I got stuck. So look at all these because you're going to have to make some decisions about what you like and don't like and how you can express yourself. You know, I'm truly happy when. I wish more people would donate too. A little known fact about me. One thing I'm working on improving. My go-to comfort show or movie. The last thing I laughed at. 3 ways I care for others. 3 ways I feel cared for. After a bad day, you can find me. When I'm frustrated, I usually something I wish I could tell my 18-year-old self. Okay, we're only halfway through them here. Do. Lots of questions. And I just scrolled up and down this thing for several minutes trying to figure out one that I could answer right off the top of my head, and I could not find one. So I'm going to copy these for you, and I will put them in a link in the description so you can get to these and they can be a cheat sheet for making your profile. It just says the best connections start with being vulnerable about what makes you you. You should probably do as many of these as you can, or at least incorporate them in your profile summary. Can we go on? We're going to skip this. We can actually skip it. You're going to upload a photo, at least one. They actually have spots for 6. And some of the guys that I've looked at have done a really good job of adding some activities in their photos, fishing or boating or being at a hotel in a different country or being in front of the Eiffel Tower. So that's some good things to do there. Okay, we're going to upload a picture. Okay, you can crop it. There's my first picture. 6 more. Smiling photos receive more attention, obviously. Okay, this guy, I watch him occasionally. He's got some information, but he's also promoting Match.com. And he says to include your core values: honesty, optimism, respect, humor. Humor is almost on everybody's list. And mindfulness. Okay, you have the option to rather not say. 3 selected. And just like that, you're ready. Just like that, after you looked at all that information. And then they give you the options for here's what's free. You don't get to see who likes you. Send unlimited intros. You don't get any of these things. This is your platinum. Verify your account. You can put a phone number in there. So from here, we can go over to Discover. Okay, so there you have it. That is the start of dating apps. And here we go. I'm going to fine-tune my profile. I'll leave it on the free option now and see what happens with that. I'm kind of cheap. Not cheap, frugal. I know what I want to spend my money on. And it's not a dating app. Anyway, you know, I've been a little intimidated by this whole dating thing. I can talk to you about doing it because I think you want to do it more than me. But quite honestly, I don't think any of us want to do it at this age. We are looking for something that's missing. And I think that we are so willing to look for it anywhere that we will even try dating after 50. At least that's the way I feel. But I still don't know really what I'm looking for. I want some companionship. I'd like to go out and have some fun, but I really don't know what to expect with dating after 50. First of all, I have to believe that it's possible. I'm not sure I believe that at this point. Secondly, I have to believe that there are good men out there that are not in marriages, taken, or otherwise not available. I have to believe that there's good single men out there. Now, a lot of the comments that I've gotten from men, they don't believe there's good women out there. That's what the comments say. I don't know if that's true. I think there's a lot of reasons we could be single and be perfectly fine human beings. And that's the way I'm going to move forward in this. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for someone I can enjoy some company with on the first date. That's what I'm looking for right now. A great first date. Or even better, going along with the trends that I gave you in this video, no attachment to the outcomes. Just go and find out what it's all about and make a decision after each step in the process. Thanks for joining me. Here we go. Leave a comment, leave questions, anything you want to ask me, tell me, or advise me on this exciting new journey. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.